Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to Inside Mari, Chapter 57, Premonition. And our cover page this time is a nice little pencil sketch of Mari, which looks kind of realistic, actually.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it. It's actually probably took some time to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, now on to the track proper.
Yep.
We start off with Mari in a calf. I think that was important to point out. Meeting up with Yori.
Yep.
At the park.
They're going to the park, and they discussed a picture a little bit. See, Mari asked her brother about it, and it's, and what he told her was that he said that their paternal grandmother had died when Mari was 3, and the maternal grandmother is still alive and well and living in Saitama. And and for some reason Mari thinks that the paternal grandmother took the photo, the one that died.
Probably because of like some small memory lingering in her subconsciousness.
Yep. Anyway, they go to the park. They start looking around. They find the Ferris wheel in pretty short order. I mean, it's right there.
You can't really miss it.
And it's like, as long as we're here, let's have a good time first. So they start having fun, riding the rides, roller coasters.
Stop procrastinating! Stop procrastinating!
Yep. Mari's like pretty much tiring out pretty quickly, it looks like. So enough for Yori to actually get us some little lighthearted poking in that there. That actually seems a bit different from her usual, come to think of it.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting because you see them both you see Yori having a lot of fun, and Mari's like, holy shit!
They're having a good time. They have, what is that? First I thought it was bumper cart, but it looks like it was like a go-kart thing. On page 16 or so.
Yeah.
Like a little parachute swing ride. Teacups.
Yeah,
suggestive water cannons.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Then merry-go-round with... Is that supposed to be a rabbit or a llama?
That's a rabbit.
Okay. Either way, they're having fun. They're having their food. Let's see here. They're gonna go on a roller coaster. Wait, I'm not gonna do that. You ride the roller coaster yourself. Dweeb.
I like this banter. I mean, it's legitimately good, and they're bonding, and it's awesome, and it's really really different again, as I said from previously. So we've seen them come to a new level.
Yep. And then they look at the Ferris wheels, like, we still have time. Let's go to a few more rides. Yeah, just a few more. So
he's like, shut up! Don't make me progress the plot anymore.
Yeah, there's not a lot of plot action here. In fact, quite the opposite. They're trying to delay the plot action as much as possible.
It's like amazing.
It's actually a pretty clever way to stall the plot by having the characters want to stall the plot.
Yeah, it's really funny. Shut up! We gotta carry on the plot, Mari. Shut up! Just let me do this. This ride a little more. I don't want to. Don't want to end that quickly. At the very least, Mari has the decency. The manga Inside Mari has the decency to be honest about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no need to.
I had a little dot here before about the whole paternal grandmother Fumiko thing.
Yeah.
Could the whole reason she was being called Fumiko be something as simple as senility?
What do you mean, the grandmother actually calling it Fumiko and
Fumiko, like I said, I just added on this literally just this second, but maybe Fumiko was like her aunt or something, like her father's sister.
And that this is actually just like a dead end, like a red herring type of thing.
Very probably here, because maybe the grandmother was just senile and was thinking that was Fumiko, and probably whatever happened to Fumiko is such a big deal. That's why they're trying not to talk about it. Because family tragedy would not be something you want to just bring up willy-nilly.
Yeah, although one wonder, why was the photo ripped?
Well, that might be it. Maybe a moment of weakness of grief or something, or, like I said, without knowing the backstory, I can maybe think of a couple scenarios, but... Yeah. And then, like I said, maybe a moment of anger or grief, and then...
Well, it would
and then you realize, oh crap, what did I just do, and put it back together. It
would still support my theory that This is actually Mari, not Isao, I think... some people are still not past that. They still think it's Sao. It's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe I would be wrong. Maybe it is a Sao. But the fact that there's another Sao walking around kind of just puts a really big hole in that. But there's really not much to say other than that. It's just them. The first part is them bonding, and the small part is them trying to procrastinate, and I guess not really wanting to confront the truth. Just realizing maybe. A part of it just maybe wants to stay in ignorance, wants to feel the bliss of this, having fun, and maybe realizing that maybe if she finds out, it may not be as happy as as it
like
it to be.
I don't know if this would necessarily be a red herring though. I do wonder if we'll get maybe like some kind of memory flash when we do get to the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know if that'll answer more questions or raise more questions.
It would suck if it was one of those Ferris wheels that like moves the cart, so like you're constantly rocking back and forth. Oh, that's so scary.
Oh, or if they'll get stalled while they're on the very top of it and have to spend a long time on there together.
Yeah. That'd be funny. So it would be hella cliche, but hella funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely be hella cliche there, but that's a cliche you have to kind of have with this genre.
Well, I think it's done done things in very unique ways. I'm sure it could provide a very good spin to it. But yeah, one would have to wonder what is up there, other than a lot of garbage on the ground.
Yep. Still, like I said, things are there. That's pretty much most of what's been happening in this chapter. There's not a great deal going on here, but it's still kind of where we are right now. Like they're building up to whatever is going to happen at that Ferris wheel. Yeah. But at the same time, we are getting some nice moments between Mari and Yori here.
Yep, the fact that she calls her... calling her dweeb is just a funny thing, because I'm thinking of Ben 10 now. It's just really funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? Yeah, because you were tweeting about that pretty recently, if I remember right.
Yeah,
I didn't follow the whole thread. I just kind of saw you tweeting about it, because I was at work at the time, so I couldn't follow everything in depth.
Ben's cousin just kept calling him dweeb. I thought it was really funny, so it's just really interesting that she calls him that. I've always liked in the relationship where one person calls the other dweeb. It's always fun. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Watch or read.
Yeah, just like little lighthearted insults to each other, little bantering.
Well, it's just like she's so comfortable with this Mari now. I mean, like,
yep.
It's actually legit. Like, she doesn't hate him like she did with the Isao Mari, but she doesn't like idolize her or worship her like the original Mari. It's somewhere in between. It's perfect because the Mari that we've seen is somewhere in between. Because she still feels the same way about Isao, the person, and she still feels the same way about original Mari. But now I think part of it's like, we know this is new Mari.
Yeah, things are starting kind of like to merge and come together and change a bit.
Yeah. Yori's reactions are, she's reacting properly to how Mari's changing. I like it. It's legit. It's good.
Yep.
And also, I'd like to note that whoever's inside Mari's head right now is acting very feminine. So definitely not sell it more.
Yeah, like I think we've pretty much moved past that point there. Of course, he's also dressed more boyishly too, so maybe that's a balance.
Yeah. Well, in between, exactly. In between, acting very feminine, but still having that boyish type of appearance and all that stuff.
In fact, through here, I was wondering if she was wearing shorts or a skirt when we first saw her as we were going through. But yeah, looks like it's skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely skirt. There's a panel of them.
Yeah. When I first saw that, it just kind of made me think there. But
anyway, but yeah. I guess it's not really half, but it's kind of like just more feminine, just with the holding a little bit of the masculinity of a little bit of a style still there. Yep. But just like it's not 50-50, more like I say 80-20 maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
There. So yeah. That's it. I think that's about it for Inside Mari this week.
Yep.
I'm glad the chapter is a little more consistent now. I mean, that was pretty weird last time. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely a very odd thing to have happen right there.
Yeah, the whole two chapters in the same day. Have the first one be blocked.
I think. Yeah, I don't know about the blocking thing, but I think the 2 chapters at once. That's the second time that's happened since we started doing this.
Yeah. It was a bit of a. I think the previous one they had 2 chapters in the same week, but not at once. And last week was literally 2 chapters at once, which is why we had the issue of the block.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because the system didn't really understand that. No, these 2 are both new. But yeah, so it was interesting that we have just 1 chapter at actually the expected week. Also we got the Happenings also got released too. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did see that there.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, I think it gives us everything covered here. That's been our typical manga review of Inside Mari, Chapter 57. So, any comments you have or any thoughts you want to share with us, put them in the comments so we can take a look at them. I'll try and respond any way I can as we go along, as time permits. In the meantime, keep an eye out every Tuesday for the Typical Manga Review, and in the meantime, take us away.
Bye!